Chippewas will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's long. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So FIU's offense takes the field for the first time today. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
From the gun, the ground game. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going up top. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they're able to get him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. FIU set up with another 1st down. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Got it behind the line. It's Lawrence. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. On the option. He'll pitch it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting it up for the 1st down. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida International.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it off with a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Chippewas offense will have its first possession of the game. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
Quick completion on the out. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw, it's Emmanuel. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. All wideouts, no backs. On second down, wants to throw it. And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. He wants to throw it again. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Chippewas will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. From the gun, Give on the inside. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Owens. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Use the play fake. Now to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, FIU!
After starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Michigan is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Tom Brady should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 10 to Texas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Defense. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. Leaves it with the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? To the air, it's Emmanuel. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. And the Chippewas send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Florida International offense is back on the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball? Mixing run, and the The pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. Using his legs, it's Owens. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They're trying to get to it. Safe completion on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. The give to the single back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Looking to pass, it's Emmanuel. Throwing right, it's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's going to pass. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll try to pop the draw, and he could not get loose on the run. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Parker. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Chippewas will punt this one away. And the punt hits ground in the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Panthers will have it 1st and 10. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Got his man quickly. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. He'll run it again. Oh, how did you make that move? They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Line getting set on second down. He'll do it himself. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21, Central Michigan, 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into the...
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got a man, it's Boyd. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. This offense set up with a 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking to throw, it's Emmanuel. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Caught over the middle, it's Boyd. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Looking to move it through the air. The quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. They want to just keep throwing it. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Chippewas.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Michigan is just getting blown off the field right now. We've been watching big games in the big house forever, and I've personally never seen anything like this.
Looking to go up top on first down.
They're trailing by 24 to Texas. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. Looking for space, it's Owens. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Miami. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ricardo Silva Stadium.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Feeling some heat. Gonna take a shot. Brings it down on the right side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Chippewas getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to bully their way for the first. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Chippewas are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They're bringing heat. Buys a little extra time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Looking downfield, it's Emmanuel. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
On 3rd down, going up top. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
FIU will line up to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
That's caught. It's Boyd. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. They'll try the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Davis. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To throw, it's Emmanuel. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Chippewas are threatening in the red zone. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. Touchdown, Chips. And the comeback is on.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's long. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Handoff from the gun. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Looking left, and they can't make the connection. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
FIU will line up to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. They'll run it from the gun. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Give to the running back. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Law. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Coming after him. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? That's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
FIU will line up to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Second down coming up. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Here he goes breaking the pocket. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Chippewas will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Might as well give it to him again. Oh, look. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Panther! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Michigan is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social, and their recruits are definitely taking notice.
Wants to throw. It's Emmanuel. Quickly out to the tight end.
They're trailing by 34 to Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Fires to the big fella. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida International.
And this offense has really responded after last week. Last week, man, the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road and win. Come back home, you feel confident, you're in your routine, have answered the bell, took charge of this game late, and looking to go 1-0 this week.
PAT unit on the field. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Central Michigan. 60.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Looking for a man. It's Emmanuel. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Chippewas come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. They're working that left side. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field. Rally to make...
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. The Chippewas headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy completion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Slings it downfield. He makes the catch. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. Running with power. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He wants it all. That one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They're going to throw it again. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Touchdown, Central Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.
Number 25, on to kick it away.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Back to throw, it's Emmanuel. Pressure coming. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.